Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grip Block Foundation Disc Golf's weekly podcast. I'm Hunter, joined as always by Trevor and Konner.
Hey.
We had the European Disc Golf Festival that went down this weekend over in, I still had it say European Open on my notes. So I was three-typing. The European Disc Golf Festival went down over in, I believe you say Tallinn, Estonia. I know how to say Estonia. Tallinn, probably better.
I like doing the Finnish accent.
Trevor's
not even Finland.
It's not Finnish, it's Estonian.
The Scandinavian accent. Are they even Scandinavia?
Up there
yonder accent.
Update the Manufacturers Cup. We'll talk over some storylines, all that fun stuff, and maybe we'll update our top 10.
Maybe.
I don't want to make any promises.
Maybe.
Before we get into today's episode, though, I want to let you know about our Heiser Club. Did you know you could be listening to Grip Locked ad-free right now?
What?
Yeah, you, Sean, driving the Nissan Maxima, you could be listening to Grip Locked ad-free.
Dang.
Sean's mind just got blown. That's right. But head over to patreon.com/Foundation Disc Golf and joining the Heiser Club, you can get access to ad-free Grip Locked, monthly contests, exclusive merch, and early access to drops through the Heiser Club store, monthly rounds with the Bogey Bros, exclusive content. I might have already said that. And, of course, the weekly bonus podcast, the Heiser Club Mailbag. So you can find out more about this, all the different tiers, by heading over to patreon.com/Foundation Disc Golf to start your 7-day free trial.
Basically, do you want to be our best friend? Then join the mailbag.
There's also a possibility that I'm starting a series.
We have like
on
30 best friends
on Heiser Club that no one wanted, and so you definitely gonna want to see that.
So the European Disc Golf Festival, we had Ricky Wysocki taking it down, Paul McBeth coming in. Did I pull the 2015 results? Come on. Paul McBeth coming in second, Jona Heinonen coming in third.
That was a really well sold bid because I was like,
I thought you were being truthful.
No, it's the 2024 results.
Wow.
And then we had
very good joke from Hunt.
Missy Gannon taking it down, Evelina Salonen coming in second, and Heidi Line, I believe is how you pronounce her name, coming in third. FPO, we'll start there. Drama-filled finish here. So first off, let me just run you through this final round. Heidi reached 13 under through 10 holes in the final round. Why 13 under? Why is that an important number? That's the number you needed to get into the playoff.
Okay.
So we're 10 holes into the final round. Heidi's already at 13 under.
I think it's just Heidi. Heidi Line.
I know. I keep messing it all up.
Yeah. It's tough.
When you have a somewhat Southern American accent and you try to do any type of because I don't want to do
the further south you get, the harder it gets to say very northern
because
names.
you can try to do it like use their accent, but I don't want to do that. I want to say it correct pronunciation in my voice.
Yeah,
basically impossible.
Sometimes it feels almost more insulting to try to say it in their with their dialect.
Exactly, but I don't know how else to do it. So I'm just
whenever you're at a Mexican restaurant and, you're like
the pollo con queso.
I mean,
well,
it's like whenever you're at a Mexican restaurant and like the guy who's like really trying hard
just happened over there.
No, the guy really trying hard to say it in Spanish, and it's just like, guy, that's kind of
like, dude, just
I'll have the pollo con queso.
I feel like that's
the
more
Quizno.
Wow,
I don't know if you go to Quizno.
I'll go to Quizno.
I had Quiznos.
Anyway,
what
Heidi, she got to 13 under through 10 holes. Like I said, that's the number she needed to be in the playoff.
Did you say Heidi again?
I said Heidi.
Okay.
She then went bogey par, bogey birdie, and then parred out to finish at 12 under. So, started the back nine, ended at 12 under. Missy Gannon reached 13 under through 11 holes. So they're all both on the lead card. Heidi and Missy, they're both on the lead card, and they're kind of going back and forth. It felt basically like this one of those two was going to win. She's at 13 under through 11 holes, actually ended up getting to 14 under through hole 12, stayed there through hole 14, which is when Evelina Salonen tapped out on 18 at 13 under. So, realistically, timeline-wise, that kind of happened at the same time. Felt like, again, Heidi or Missy's going to win because they have it's a tough stretch to finish, but they have holes in front of them, and Missy's already passed the mark, right? What ends up happening is hole 16 comes, Missy's still at 14 under, and she turns a birdie into a bogey with a 3-putt inside C1, putting herself into a tie with 2 holes to play.
That's my signature play.
And she ended up parring both of those holes to go into a playoff. On the back nine, Missy Gannon ended up shooting only 2 under, whereas Evelina shot 6 under, making up 4 strokes on that back nine. So they go to hole 1, a par 5, advantage Evelina off the tee. It seems like realistically, if you're picking a hole that you want to give an advantage to Evelina, it's
to be
hole
honest,
1,
advantage nobody.
It was a par 5
because it's a 3-shot par 5. So
Well, advantage Evelina, because we'll talk about it in a second, just because of how close she can get.
Yeah, she can get further off the tee, but like it's an it's
both
just an interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting hole for the playoff.
Both should forward. So Missy puts herself right in the bullseye for the birdie. Evelina has to get up and down for birdie. Like I said, it ended up being from like 90 or 100 feet. She leaves herself about a 12-footer, 12 to 15-footer, somewhere in that range, which she proceeded to hit band with and lose the tournament. Very Evelina Salonen way to lose. So Missy ended up taking this down. It was because Missy felt like the player that should have taken it down. Like I said, she was 14 under through hole 12, I think it was. So she was like, all she had to do was par out at that point, and she won. She didn't know that because she was still fighting with Heidi, but ended up going to a playoff. Pretty electric finish there, and Missy takes it down. Kristen Tatar was in the field, but ended up in 8th place, mainly it looked like statistically this was due to her lackluster putting performance compared to her average, and she also threw the disc OB 11 times.
Sometimes she just falls asleep. Well, she's not the only European champion from last week that had an iffy tournament. Talk about Evelina and Missy, 2 players that have won a bunch this year and both had a chance to increase their total. Because does this take Missy to 3 or 4 wins?
Let's look, Trev.
On the year.
Let's look.
Because I believe Evelina she had a major and 2 wins, something like that. Like both of them have quite a few wins. So this was
Missy has a major too, doesn't she?
This is actually an important battle at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, if we go over to FPO here,
because I believe they're both towards the top. Because we now have,
I think Missy just took the lead.
I think she
might have stayed the lead. But anyways, Missy won USWDGC major, then she won DDO, then she won the Preserve, and now this European
4
Disc Golf
wins,
Festival.
one of them being a major.
And then Evelina won Chess.com, and then she won Copenhagen
Champions Cup.
And Champions Cup. So 3 wins.
So this was kind of to decide who had the top resume.
Yeah.
Obviously, where's Kristen at? I see she had. What she have?
Kristen
3 wins in a major.
Waco, Jonesboro, Music City, and European Open and Crocol.
Okay.
So 5 wins with a major.
She still has the best resume, but she missed a lot of the season.
But she's just missed so much of the season.
Yeah. Well, doesn't matter.
But yeah, she's got 5 wins with one of them being a major. Yeah. It is crazy because it doesn't feel like Kristen who's like, it feels like, man, Kristen's having a down year. But I think it's because she's missed so much. And then she has had a few slip-ups like this weekend.
She would have won like at least 3 more events probably in that stretch. I mean, she missed so many events.
No, she missed a massive chunk of the season. But like USWDGC, she came in 6th. Champion Cup, she came in 5th. And then here she came in 8th. Like, for most players, that's not a slip. But for Kristen, that feels like a slip. It feels like she just isn't as dialed in as last year. Like last year, she had this like unbreakable focus where like you're lucky if she slips where you can beat her. This year, she feels a little more human.
Yeah, no, she's
still dominant. She might not like.
There's a world where she doesn't win Player of the Year. I think it's very unlikely as long as she stays healthy. But if she doesn't take either, or they only have one more major, I say if Missy or Evelina were to take Worlds, all of a sudden, Kristen would have to win a bunch to make up for that.
Because if Missy wins Worlds, and let's say that she didn't win anything else, because obviously we have Ledgestone and Idlewild before Worlds, but if Missy were to win that and Kristen weren't to win anything else, they would both be at 5 wins, but Missy would have 2 majors in there.
Yeah,
and that would easily have the better resume. So it's definitely going to be an interesting season coming down the stretch. But
Missy's made almost $50,000 so far this year, just in earnings.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Wild stuff. Now over in MPO. Ricky Wysocki came out the gates on fire with a 16 under round in which he kind of exposed the course. If you watch this, just the highlights, because if you can go over to the Pro Tour's YouTube channel, you can go over to that YouTube page of the Pro Tour.
There you go.
And you can see just like they did just the highlights of Ricky's round, like only Ricky's shots for the 16 under. And so you don't see anyone else's shots. And this looks like the easiest course you've ever seen. Like if you watch only Ricky play it round 1, it's like, how doesn't everyone shoot 16 under? Because he had a few like big putts and stuff, but most of it were just like he was puring lines. And when a player does that, it makes any course look easy. This course was definitely tougher than Ricky made it look round 1, but it was still, for the Pro Tour, a relatively easy course.
It was not the hardest course ever. I think that a lot of the holes you can chalk up to, like maybe there was one gap or one tree to miss. And so like most players throughout the course of the round are going to hit a few of those, and that's why they're not going to score. It's not because the layout is super difficult.
There's also OB as well.
There is OB. Yeah. It comes into play on certain holes, but I was seeing a course that, it's not super long, very scoreable throughout. And then Ricky just had one of those rounds where he didn't run into any of the obstacles, and I felt like if a player was able to play super clean, they were gonna score very, very low, because you're gonna be, if you hit all the lines, you're gonna be presented with relatively easy scoring opportunities on the green, and that's what he did. And I mean, that round was just short of the highest rated round ever.
Yeah, I think it's the third highest rated of all time, something like that. Ricky ended up firing off a 9-under round 2 to keep a 5-stroke lead heading to the final day, and at that point, it felt like he was just gonna walk it in. The only thing to really take notice of there in that second round is that through 14 holes in the second round, Ricky's lead over Paul was 11 strokes.
Yeah.
By the end of that round, Ricky's lead over Paul was 6 strokes. By the end of the front 9 of the final round, that lead was down to 3. And then through hole 15, that lead was only 1 stroke.
Yeah.
So you have hole 14 through hole 15. That's like, 19 holes of golf? Mm-hmm. Paul made up 10 strokes. Basically.
Yeah.
Basically. He
was charging. He
made up 10 strokes in like 19 holes of golf.
That's crazy.
But Ricky ended up doing what he needed to do and matched Paul's on hole 16 and 17, and then gave himself a circle 1 putt for birdie on 18, but just laid it up for the win after Paul missed his. So
Paul is it's really interesting right now what Paul's doing, because it seems like he continues to get closer and closer, and when I think he's done and like, okay, this is where he's going to settle in, he does something more impressive. Because this round, this was, he had the chance to try and chase down, Gannon at European Open. Like Rick, got closer, obviously. Didn't do that. And then this tournament, he's in a similar situation going into the final round. And almost gets all the way back, has a chance towards the end of this tournament, and I think that says that Paul does still have more in the tank. I think it says that he's still on a trajectory, because he's getting closer and closer and closer, and man, is he really teeing this up at a stretch of this schedule that he typically wins at. Ledgestone and Worlds obviously stick out like a sore thumb, but he's he could make a really good run towards the end of the season, because there's not a single tournament that there's not really many tournaments at all that Paul hasn't won, but there's not a tournament you can say I don't like Paul at going forward for the rest of the season. And we could get to the end of the year very easily and be like, yeah, Paul ended up winning a major and a pro tour, or maybe even he won 2 pro tours, or just a solid season. I think he has a great chance to do that, because he continues to surprise me. When I think he's done improving, he continues to get a little bit better each week, and I'm curious to see just how much that trend continues. And is he going to be able to get himself in the driver's seat? Because if he can just get the lead going into a final round, I think we'll learn a lot about what his game is, because right now it's just chase. Can Paul get himself to a point where he has a 2-stroke lead, or even just a 1-stroke lead, and can kind of just guide the tournament in on the final day and win? That's what I really want to see. But right now, he just has to play from behind, and that's difficult to do. It's impressive he even got so close.
Yeah, I think the one thing I noticed about Paul's round, the final round, is his putt. He putted statistically very well the entire tournament, but it didn't look super confident to me.
It's been shaky for a long time.
It was going in, but it wasn't like when Paul's putt's on, he is if his putt, when his putt's dialed in, if he has a quote unquote bad putt, he missed the chain link he was aiming for by 1 or 2. This, it felt like some putts were going in low left, some putts were hitting high right. Like they were going in the basket, don't get me wrong. But it just didn't feel like the Paul that's striping the pole.
You can tell it's all mental too, because he still throws an effective putt, and he still, you can really tell because he still makes some incredible putts, and he has really good angle control. He's really good at throwing, okay, I need an Anheuser putt here, I need a low nose up putt. He has all of the putts. You just don't see the Paul where from 35 and in, it was just dead center on the pole. Yeah. And that's just mental, that's just him trying to find it again. But yeah, it seems like he's going up there and he's chucking it up at the basket, and sometimes it catches, sometimes it doesn't. But you notice that in the last few years, seeing Paul's putts hit everywhere on the basket. Everywhere, makes and misses included.
Yeah. Now, one thing I will say, heading into Ledgestone, I wouldn't set alarms off if Paul has a struggling week at Ledgestone, only because he's traveling back right now from Europe. Mm-hmm. Now, that's true for everyone, that first statement. Ricky is, Calvin is, Gannon is. This Ledgestone could be a little bit more wide open because a lot of players are going to be dealing with jet lag, but Paul is dealing with jet lag plus a baby. And as a father, I can't imagine going
baby
Europe straight, literally Ledgestone starts on Thursday. And they're traveling today, right now, I think. So, Paul, I don't think would ever make that excuse. But for me, I'm taking the Ledgestone results with a grain of salt. he could come out and win. Obviously, he's going to know these courses. He's not like he needs to go learn a new course or anything. But I do really like the momentum that's building towards Worlds because he's got plenty of time. He has Ledgestone, then he has Idlewild. He's super comfortable on both of those courses. He's confident on both those courses. And then he's coming into Worlds literally on his courses. Like the New London has, like, when you play it, I think it might have been Brody that said it, but someone called it basically New London feels like Paul designed a course for him to win Worlds on.
Yeah.
Like it designed a course that just like is Paul Macbeth's game fits New London so well. It's only 2 out of the 5 rounds at Worlds. Ivy fits a lot of players' games very, very well. Yeah. So does New London. But I do like that Paul's heating up right now. But, I mean, we can't overlook Ricky Wysocki because if we're talking about someone heating up in the middle of the season, it's Rick. I wanted to read through this. Yeah. So if you go, he started off, we're going to call it rocky. We're going to call it slow. He hasn't finished outside the top 20 the entire season. So when we say a certain players have started off slow, that's all pertinent to the player, right? Because, for instance, Gannon Buhr had his second worst finish of the year so far this event. It was 10th place. That's Gannon Buhr. There's different scales. Yeah. So Gannon had an off event. He finishes in 10th. Ricky had a slow start to the season because he went 10th, 17th, 12th during a stretch. But since Music City, so Music City starts it here. He's went 3rd at Music City, 3rd at Champions Cup, 5th at DDO, 6th at OTB, 3rd at Portland, 2nd at Beaver State, wins the Preserve, 11th at Swedish, wins the Crocole Open, 2nd at European Open, wins the European Disc Golf Festival.
Dang.
The dude's getting hot.
Yeah.
Very hot.
He, at the beginning of the year, it was kind of like, we had that grouping at the beginning with, really at the beginning it was like kind of like Kyle, Nicholas, Gannon, AB. Then it was kind of like, okay, Gannon, AB. Calvin then kind of like got his streak going. Like, okay, Calvin, Gannon, AB. Those guys are playing really well. And Rick kind of took a little bit longer to join that group. He kind of looked from the outside. He was like the outside looking in. He was kind of like, when is Rick going to really jump in? And at this point of the season, he has become another one of those threats every single event. He's playing really good golf. Man, he's just got 2 more tries to win a major this year. Like, it feels like it has to happen, but USDGC, anything can happen. And so Worlds is going to be a really big opportunity for him. But, man, it really feels like he's playing some of the best golf he's played in a while right now. And he lit that course on fire. Great win for him. He's putting together a really good season. If he can just keep stringing together some stuff, maybe he'll throw his name into the Player of the Year.
I was just about to say that. Like, if Ricky's able to pick up, really, because Ricky, as much as this major drought has happened, right, 7 years in, it takes one for that drought to be over. And Ricky, we talk about it all the time, is a big momentum guy. I mean, this event, he kind of just got hot at the beginning and then was able to just cling on for the rest of it. So, like, if Ricky wins Worlds this year, right, I kind of love him at USDGC. Like, I feel like that might almost be what he needs. And if Ricky were able to win 2 majors, then now all of a sudden, he's the front runner of Player of the Year. But even if he wins a major and picks up like a Pro Tour or 2, I think you'd need, 2 more Pro Tours with a major to tie Gannon or something like that?
Right now he has 2 Pro Tours.
Let's look at Gannon's season.
Because
Gannon's the one to catch,
Gannon has a major
obviously.
in 4 Pro Tours, does he not? Or is it just a major in 3? Did you break it?
I didn't break nothing. The Pro Tour.
I didn't break nothing.
The Pro Tour's standings are gone.
They were here. They were there like 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago because I was using them on my computer.
Yeah, I know. Well, they were just there. I was just looking at FPO.
Just click on the Pro Tour hot link and go all the way back. Or that should.
Let me just switch this to 2024 Europe and see if it pops up, and then switch it back to 2024 World.
How interesting.
No, yeah, okay, it's broken.
You broke the website.
I broke it.
Thanks, Pro Tour.
I broke the Pro Tour's website.
What the heck?
He
Konner?
won.
We can open it like this then. To get the direct head-to-head.
I think he's at 4.
Because Gannon is at Waco, Portland, Beaver, European Open.
Okay,
so 4 with a major.
4 with a major.
Ricky is now
2, right?
at European, Crocole,
3.
Preserve, 3. So if he wins a major, they're tied. If he won Worlds, they'd be at 4 at the major.
Correct.
And then the advantage would go to Gannon for consistency. But
still in it.
The fun part of the stretch, like the home stretch, is it's a lot of the historic events. Like Ledgestone's been going on for a long time. Idlewild's been going on a long time. This is the 10th GMC. MVP has been going on for
every
well
tournament
over a decade. USDGC. D-Glow's been going on
literally
for a long
every
time.
tournament from here on out is a banger. Like they're all going to be really good events, really competitive courses that people know. It is a really good stretch of the tour, and that's just kind of like the way it is. The rest of the tour, and whatever ends up staying on tour, they're all kind of just working things out. I feel like Portland has like really established itself. Obviously, Beaver State has history, but Portland Open has really established itself. The problem is sometimes not everybody travels out there. But there's a lot of events out there, some of the new ones in Texas and whatnot that are still kind of working things out. Whereas, once you get over to this part of the schedule, everything has been around for a while and has solidified itself as a great event. So very exciting part of the tour. And it's going to be a really like blink and, oh my gosh, we're at USDGC and this is it. You know, we got the finale and that's it.
Yeah. The other players I wanted to highlight, Gannon Buhr, like I said, second worst finish of the year, 10th place out here, fresh off a major win. It's always hard when you have especially a first major win like the European Open. Emotions are so high all week. I feel like it's really hard to just refocus in on the next tournament. So that doesn't mean anything to me. Eagle McMahon, he did not have the European swing that he would have wanted or the people expected. He went 40th, 12th, 60th, 61st.
Eagle, so here's the thing about Eagle is, had the injury, took him all to get back. We gave him some slack. But that was April, right? Champions Cup when he came back?
Yeah,
was that
I think
April?
so.
We are now about to be in August, and remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but Simon Lizotte won in his first season with MVP multiple times,
4 or 5, right?
Yeah,
that was crazy season.
So you can't just say, well, he's adjusting to this. Like the standard has been set. Another player who basically did the exact same thing, literally, like they're similar players, moved from the same company to the same company. He had success right away. So I think that excuse starts to fly out the door, and we have to start saying Eagle McMahon's just playing bad. Like he's just having a bad season.
The bigger question to me is less about the discs, more about Eagle post-surgery.
Yeah, it could be injury related for sure.
When he relearned how to throw, basically, after that long, unfortunately, we're just not really seeing Eagle on coverage, so you just don't really know what's going on. But I would love to just watch his whole tournament, just see what is it?
Yeah.
Is it like he's still, his consistency's not there, his release point, his timing's off? What is it about Eagle right now?
And the good thing is, I think Eagle is 27. So he's
a young guy.
He's still got plenty of time to recover. And
Eagle's 27.
I think he's young. I think he's younger than me.
I think
he's either 26 or 27.
I think he's 26.
He's older than me, but he's either 27 or 26.
26. Yeah, he was born a year after me.
98. Okay. Well, even younger then. So he still has plenty of time to get things on track. It's not like
if he was 27, he'd still be like a young guy though.
Yeah,
sure. No, 27's up there.
It's not panic time for Eagle McMahon, but it is kind of like, okay, Eagles.
If he was 27, it'd be
season.
panic time.
If it was 27, it would be panic time because you leave your prime once you turn 27.
Yeah. Well, people age differently. Like some of us are 27 and everything feels great. Other people turn 27 and all fall apart.
Well, like Brody said, prime is only correlated to age.
I've always heard 28's the prime. That's what I've always heard. Athletic prime 28. It's when your physical capability matches your mental. Because 25, your frontal lobe's not even developed yet.
Yeah,
So
I don't even think I turned 25, and I don't think I've gotten mine yet because I don't feel very smart.
I've heard that at 25, your frontal lobe is getting there.
Yeah.
26,
it really clicks.
You have a regression.
Oh,
it goes back down.
Shoot.
So probably
a fifth grader,
like a 17-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
and then 27. Starts darting back up.
I'd give
there
anything
again.
to have 17-year-old brain again, man. So free.
I'm okay with not having 17-year-old brain.
I was so ambitious.
The other player's European swing that wasn't what was expected is Calvin Heimberg. He went 44th at Swedish Open,
a bunch of eggs out there.
23rd at European Open, 19th at European Disc Golf Festival.
Did we start the narrative now? Calvin can't do it in Europe.
Well, I think the Swedish Open was just I mean, the dude flew over there the night before. That was that whole thing. So Swedish Open,
you only get to use jet lag as
but you only get to use that once.
Well, in his case, twice, because he did fly back over and then back.
That's his choice, though. Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice.
But okay,
shame
at
on
the very
me.
least, taking 19th at this event, that's bad.
Yeah, 19th at this event because the field was still full, but not full. Let's actually look at the Statmando strength of field here. Let me pull that up.
Yeah, good idea, Hunter.
Let's see where this ranks.
Yes.
Rankings galore. Click here. I am clicking here.
Probably broken, just like the Pro Tour website. Nope.
Nope, this works. Field strength for 2024.
You think they'll have
MPO.
it yet?
I hope so.
It takes them a while sometimes. I don't know if they'll have it yet. Yeah, they're not going to have it, are they?
There it is.
Yeah, they do.
So it would be. It's the strongest non-major European event, but it's still below. It's basically DDO.
It's basically DDO.
They're basically not neck and neck.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as DDO.
Yeah.
Because it's above Crocol Open, below DDO.
Dude, look how high that Q series was. That Cascade Challenge, like,
where is it?
Just up in the up. It's like 24th, like.
Oh, down here. Yeah. Solid one. But yeah, it was a solid field. But the big thing is like the heavy hitters were there. Ricky was there. Paul was there. Gannon was there. Simon was there. Calvin was there.
There's some heavy hitters that did not play so well.
Yeah, people struggled out there. So, anyone else? Any others names that you noticed just like way down the leaderboard? Calvin and Eagle were the two to me.
I mean, I saw Gavin Babcock was pretty far down there.
Yeah, he missed cash.
And Ezra Aderholt did not play well either.
No.
Right on the cash line.
Yeah, he did cash, I think. But yeah, Eagle in his defense did shoot a 7 under final round to get to 7 under. He moved up 21 spots. Had he shot even that final round, he would have been in like 80 something. So
tough.
Something to notice there. He at least had a good finish, but yeah, he just struggled in Europe. So manufacturers, actually no, I wanted to talk about this really fast because this is the home of the European Major next year. We aren't sure on the name yet because it's not the European Open because the European Open won't happen next year because Worlds will happen. So they're going to rename this to something else, but probably just the European Championships, I would imagine. But what are your thoughts on this course as a major venue?
Yeah, I don't really love it. I think this course was a lot of fun, and obviously, I mean, this is a classic case of, well, to be clear, I like this course, but this is a course that will be overhyped because they throw off of a giant stage at the beginning, which is cool. And at a major, if they're able to pack it out, wow, what a scene that will be. Very cool. But I think it'll get overhyped because of that. I think it looks like a fun course. It didn't play ridiculously soft for most of the event, other than that one round that Rick just torched it. But other than that, you can compare it to a lot of different 3-day events. Winner finishing at 32 under. That's not insane. It's low, but it's not crazy. So yeah, overall, I don't know. The thing about the European Major is, at least what we've come to expect, it has a certain identity, and I think they understand that, and that's why they're not making this the European Open. It seems like they're pivoting it. More than anything, though, I just don't like the idea that they're throwing in this improvised major. It feels like what they did with the Aussie Open or the Konner Day or whatever. There's been a number of them throughout the years, and I thought we were past that. Disc golf, it seemed like disc golf used to be like, okay, we have this kind of special event, let's jump at the opportunity and call it a major. I feel like we were past that. I don't like this. I don't really know. I don't like that they would only be having 3 majors without it. So I guess I understand where they're coming from there. But here's my solution. Play the European Open as normal and make Worlds somewhere else in Europe. That seems pretty straightforward to me.
Too logical.
Yeah. Like, maybe the number 1 course in the world that we just played at Crocol. You could do Worlds there. That seems the number 1 course in the world.
No.
Yeah.
No, too logical.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like European, because this is going to be similar to Eagle McMahon has a major win, Konner Day.
It's just going to be hard to remember.
You'll always. I never fault someone for thinking Eagle McMahon's never won a major.
We're going to have to get ourselves
all
worked up. Like, it's a major. Okay, let's it's tough to do, especially when you know it's probably not coming back, at least for the extended future.
Yeah. So my thoughts on it, the production side, side's going to be unreal because that stage is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a cool venue and it's a fun course to watch.
I'm curious to learn more about the setup because this is where this is held is kind of like they do this singing festival. It was something it's in their history of singing for their independence. It was every year this is the singing grounds. That's what this whole thing is. And so you can actually find video last year. First off, they're not going to fill those stands out because there was 25,000 people that filled those stands last year when they did the singing thing. So
maybe they can get is that both sides though?
Well, that's the what's around the stand, yeah. Around the stage that held 25,000 people.
That holds 25,000 right there?
Yeah, it's apparently massive.
You can get a fifth.
Yeah. So it's going to look empty.
25,000?
Yeah, there's 25,000.
That doesn't add up. The entire Liberty football stadium holds 25,000. That one thing behind there?
That's what it said there was 25,000 people singing, and it was just on the stage.
But look.
And then this is the audience. There's hundreds of thousands. There's over 100,000 people there. Look at how full that thing gets.
That does not look like 25,000.
I just think it's way bigger than you're thinking.
It's one end stand.
But it's massive.
No.
That's just more. I mean, that we're not filling it. I think we can both agree on that.
I agree with that, but I don't think it's 25. That seats 25,000. Now, maybe if you pack them in, but
because this was hundreds of thousands of people.
And maybe I'm wrong just because I'm trying to use football stadiums as scale, but in the entire football stadium at the school near us seats 25,000 to maybe 30,000, and it's an entire stadium that wraps around almost the entire way with very high grandstands. And this is one. End? No way. I'm tripling
15,000 singers.
I'm even surprised at that, but at least it's not 25,000.
I mean, it was a kids festival last year, so maybe it was 25,000 kids, which
that would be fair.
15,000 adults
because it is bleacher seats. You pack them in there.
But yeah, 15,000 people can fit up there, so safe to say, not going to fill it. But the whole reason I looked it up is I was like, my thought was, is that stage or that video board just always there?
Yeah.
That would feel like a disc golf thing. Is we just happened to... No, it's not. No, it's not. The stage is always there.
Newsflash,
where they walk out.
They care a lot in Europe about these events.
Yeah, but that's what's crazy to me is where they walk out is always there, but the whole video board built around it with the T-pad on top was built for this event.
Yeah, let me tell you.
And when they're throwing off, it has their name and the graphics, and when awesome. They announced they did this all-star throwing type thing before, and when they announced their teams, it had smoke coming out.
Yeah.
Coolest thing I've ever seen in disc golf.
Let me tell you what I don't have a problem with as far as the Europe events is whatever happens next year with this major and with Worlds, they'll be run really well and really professionally, and there'll be a lot of people out there. Can't complain about that.
Yeah. The course, however...
Will I be watching FPO at 1 a.m.? Probably not. Bummer.
Yeah, the course definitely needs some more teeth. That's for sure. Because the course is just...
it's just an interesting style.
But if you were to play it at the Beast alone, the Beast also needs more teeth.
Yeah.
So
it's got an interesting style. I'd like to see it played more.
It could definitely tighten up, but the problem is there's just not that many obstacles. There's not that many trees. There was one or two holes I would have called wooded, but they weren't even that wooded to where you could scramble for par very easily.
Yeah.
So that's my main qualm with it is it's just gonna play easy. A 3-round event, you had a guy at 32 under, so 4-round, 40-some under winning a major. That's not unheard of.
Yeah.
But in disc golf, I want it to get harder, not easier.
It'll be a fun watch, but it'll be fast-paced. And at the end of the day, we saw good players get their teeth kicked in.
Yeah, no, like I'm saying, there is teeth because there's OB. Yeah. Chris and Tatar went OB 11 times. There are ways to mess up, and I would hope with it turning into a major next year that they tighten things up and make it even tougher.
Yeah.
And with that, but, at this point, you're going to turn into, we're going to have the Champions Cup be open at a golf course, a lot of OB. Now the European whatever major is going to be out here relatively open with a lot of OB. USDGC is going to be open with a lot of OB. And then half of Worlds is going to be open with a lot of OB.
True.
So it's this is the year next year's the year of AB and then
interesting major.
Yeah. I liked where we were settling in was Worlds has one open course, one wooded course. The European Open, obviously, is the European major. It highlights European-style disc golf. Champions Cup is the really tough wooded major, and then USDGC is the very tight open major. That felt it all made sense to me. Next year, it doesn't make sense to me.
We got 1 year. We got 1 year of sense.
Because next year, you have to think,
2 years
Worlds will feel right. Worlds will feel fine at the European Open. It should be the European Open, but at least course-wise, that lines up. But then the European Championships, what I'm going to call it, that'll be one of the majors where you have to, remind yourself of. Champions Cup, you have to be oh, yeah, but that was the year it was at a golf course.
Yeah.
Not at what it's supposed to be. And then USDGC will feel normal. So it's we're getting gypped of 2 majors in my head.
Thank you, USDGC.
Yeah, USDGC holds strong.
Watch, we'll get an announcement after this year. They'll be we're moving to a new venue.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, USDGC
Might
is
as well
going
just
to
jump on board.
Fountain Hills. Manufacturer Cup
Liberty
update.
East Campus.
Manufacturer Cup update. Discraft has regained the lead, passing Discmania to lead the Manufacturers Cup once again. They earned 26 points here with Paul Macbeth and Aaron Gossage getting them points. Then Discmania fell to second. They still earned 13 points, but their best place finisher was Kyle Klein, and then they had Gannon Burr in 10th. Simon Lizotte and Raven Newsom tied at 8th, giving MVP
Shout out Raven.
6 points.
Wow, that's a cheeky way for them to get a couple points
which
there.
is just shy of passing ThoughtSpace to move back into the top 10. MVP is currently not in the top 10. And then
Yikes.
Innova had 2 of their European athletes, Yona and Vino, finish in the top 10, giving them 23 points for the week. So the top 10 standings now, Discraft moves up to 1st, Discmania moves down to 2nd, Innova holds 3rd, DD holds 4th, Prodigy 5th, Castblast 6th, DGA 7th, Westside 8th, Latitude 9th, and ThoughtSpace 10th.
You gotta love James Proctor, like single-handedly keeping
ThoughtSpace alive
above Simon and Eagle.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Shout out James.
Shout out James.
Crushed brothers, more like. Am I right, boys?
Get 'em.
Very
God.
good. Very
Boys,
good.
crushed boys, I mean.
You heard it first. Konner does not like Simon
Eagle or Simon.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa.
Wait.
I don't remember saying that.
Oh.
I thought you were saying
I
like
thought you were about to double down on our bit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
dang, Konner.
No.
No, you don't like them?
now we need to dive into this more.
I
What do you
like
have against
Simon
Simon
and Eagle.
Lizotte?
Does that need? Do I need to be clear? I like Simon and Eagle.
Thank you. I do appreciate you being more clear on that.
Finally.
I like
Finally,
Simon more,
clarity
though.
on the scandal.
Yeah,
I like Simon more, I think.
that's fair.
Well, yeah,
we don't really know Eagle at all.
I would
really
say
know
that
him.
as well.
I definitely like Simon more than Eagle.
Yeah.
Don't know Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met Eagle in like 2017.
I met him
but
one
he's not
time.
really-
He peered at me from over top of his glasses and to get out of his way while he was throwing. And that's my only interaction with him. I didn't particularly love the interaction, but I'm not gonna blame him for it.
I played a trilogy or
Discmania.
Yep. Discmania came to town and with Eagle, and they did a trilogy, not
Nope.
trilogy, Discmania 2-disc challenge, or maybe 3-disc, whatever it was. We played over at East Campus, and the whole premise was Eagle would join your group for one hole. And guess whose group was the only group that Eagle didn't make it to?
Your group, Trevor.
Dang, that's tough.
Hands
Trev.
up. I mean, it was at our college
didn't play that
practice, so
event.
we saw him throwing and stuff.
I think there was a tournament that weekend.
I think I was like the only.
No, Konner was there.
I was
You
there.
played that same event?
That's what he just told the
Yeah.
story.
I didn't know if that was from that because he
No,
came to
you know,
practice.
wait, were we on
No,
the
Eagle
same?
didn't go to practice.
Were we on this Eagle? No, Eagle
Yeah,
was
Eagle
at
did
practice.
come to practice.
Where the frick was I?
I don't know.
I must.
I don't know.
Ryan and I must have
Maybe
been at
you
a
got
tournament.
But Trevor was.
Could've got
where-
married.
Was I on your?
I don't think so. I was with Graham.
Because he didn't come to my group either.
Maybe
But Paul played with our group.
Well, I didn't get. I wasn't on that one either. I played with
Dang.
Graham Davis and I forget who else.
I just remember it was like the
I
best feeling
stunk.
ever. I parked a hole with a McPro Rock 3 with Paul right there. And then he walked up and like picked it up for me and handed it to me, and it was like my really beat
That's
up
sick.
McPro Rock 3. And he was like, "Man, this thing's been through it." And I was like, "Yep, still money though." And he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Obviously."
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the best
dang.
one.
I'll tell you what I did. I played awful and walked directly back to my dorm room. Skipped the clinic. Skipped whatever else is going on. Straight back across
Straight
that
to
bridge
Kroger.
over on East Campus.
Straight to Kroger, am I right, Hunter?
No, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Right into the
Straight to
showers.
Kroger.
Looked up in the sky. I was like, I hope Coach Bowman doesn't figure out about this, man. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get kicked off of first flight, and then probably went to the C Lab to do homework or something.
Dang, dude.
17-year-old brain kicked back in.
That's what 17.
Yeah, you're definitely older than 17.
Yep.
All right. It's time for Trevor's trivia right after these messages.
Hit him with it.
I went to college as a 15-year-old. It's not true. All right.
Trevor trivia.
Hey now.
Trivia.
You're a
Trevor.
rock star.
Listen, guys, we got to tell you about the sensation that's sweeping
Oh,
the
Hunter,
nation.
are you about to hit him with it?
Glasses on for trivia.
We got to tell you about the sensation that's
I
sweeping
don't
the
have any
nation.
glasses.
If you have not played this game yet, you should. It's a lot of fun. It's if you've ever played the game Wordle, it was very popular. There's been a bunch of iterations.
This
of
is
it.
not sponsored, by the way.
No, it's not sponsored.
All
We
right,
just
I'm
love
ready
this.
now. I'm ready now, Hunter.
Wordle is basically where you get guesses to guess a word, and it tells you like if the right letter, whatever. Blah. A lot of you have played it. Well, now there's a game called Disc-Duel, and we found out about it.
It's awesome.
How do we know the guy who developed it?
I didn't. So Simon DM'd me a link to it. Just a link to it.
Yeah.
During
That's
Grip
it.
Block last week. And I was like, this is going to be interesting. Or it was during the banter. And then I opened it and played it. And once I signed up and created an account, then a guy his name's Tyler Parker. Shout out Tyler. He lives in Florida, and he came up to help me run the Battle for Bedford a few years
from the
ago
PMF.
with the Paul and Beth Foundation.
Yeah.
And he is apparently like him, and I think some of his friends. This is like their side project.
It's just a side
That's
thing.
awesome.
Really fun. If you want to check it out, it's discdle.com, and you can play it.
Disc-Duel.
They have a new one every day. So the premise
so
of the game
fun.
is you have 6 guesses to guess the disc, and each time you guess, there's 5 categories. You have manufacturer, and then you have the flight numbers. You have speed, glide, turn, fade. And each time you guess, it'll tell you, okay, you have a check mark on the speed, so you got the speed right, but you need more of this and less of this. You get the gist. So you get 6 guesses. After 3 guesses, you can reveal the manufacturer as a hint, which helps. But it's a tough game. So what do we want to start off with? We're all going to play together.
On playing this game. She doesn't, but
That's amazing.
Like she couldn't name any other disc other than like a few Innova and a few Discraft. Like she knows like
One of these
leopard.
days,
That's a really
though.
hard game.
One of these
She
days.
knows leopard because she throws crap out of a leopard.
My strategy so far has been to choose like a neutral
Mid.
7 or 8 speed.
Or 7 8, but yeah.
Because then if it's higher, it's probably,
I
so
like that too.
I like passion to start.
Okay.
Okay,
Because
sure.
I feel like the passion's just going to give us a -1/1.
What if we just get it
I'm
in
good
first
to go
try?
with-
Just
I'm
like
good to go with
no
it.
one voids this whole thing. Okay, wow, great guess.
Thank you.
So manufacturer's wrong. It's less speed, less glide, but we have the turn and the fade right.
Is the speed black or orange?
Turn and the fade
It's
is right.
black. Oh, does
So
that
so we're going to be
means
going down to like a
drastically.
mid. Yeah, mid or putter.
But it's a -1/1. And
So it is a
so it's probably a
-1/1.
4 -1/1 or a 3. It's probably a putter.
Let's
Origin?
try
It's probably a putter.
Let's
Oh,
try a
it's
pure.
slower.
What do you think about pure?
It's a pure -1/1.
I think it's pure is -1/1.
okay, yeah.
I think you might be right.
Let's try pure.
Okay.
Anybody get it right on the dot right now?
We got it.
Yes!
Dang.
Holy buns.
Come on!
Not a
That's
great
crazy.
segment, but you get
Wait,
the
did you
gist.
do it on the actual website?
What?
Yeah, it's on the website.
Now everyone go make an account.
Yeah, everyone knows
And you
it.
get on the
That's tough,
leaderboard.
Trev. We just spoiled
Yeah,
everyone.
I-
For one day.
That is
And
tough.
and also, if you've been playing the game daily and you heard us about to play, I think you probably
Unbelievable.
skipped it. No, I'm not.
Everybody get on the leaderboard right now.
I am not upset about it.
I'm
yeah,
not upset
you're
at
not.
you.
I just told.
But Sean and his Nissan Maxima just punched the steering wheel.
Oh yeah, he's dead now, Trevor.
I'm sorry. If-
Trevor.
if it took
Sean's
you-
dead now.
Punch the
If
steering wheel.
if you
airbag
didn't want it
deployed.
spoiled and it took you that long to skip the segment, that's your fault and you're a bad person.
You tell
Wow,
them Sean's
Trev.
kids,
Yeah.
dude. You tell them
Yeah.
Sean's kids.
Wow.
But I hope everybody enjoys the game. Go and play.
That was that was the best I've ever done.
Yeah,
in
that
this
is the best we've done by
That
far.
was
Usually it
very
takes
nice.
us like
I've
5 or
never-
6
I'm
guesses.
normally on like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I
But yeah,
haven't
you can-
gotten one yet.
You can create an
You haven't
account.
gotten one
and keep
right?
your
I
stats.
haven't gotten one right.
You
No.
haven't got one right yet?
I'm like the thing is like I'm pretty good
They've
with
been
discs.
pretty
like
tough.
I have pretty good disc knowledge, but
They've
I
been
just
tough.
like I just haven't gotten one.
I missed the one yesterday because I just couldn't think of the name of the disc.
I
That's
was really
usually what
excited.
happens is it gets narrowed
I was
down.
really excited to
wasn't
play
it
the one
yesterday?
Pixel. It just
Yeah.
didn't pop into my head.
I was really excited to play the one for today.
Distal. Check it out.
You ruined everyone's day, Trev. Yeah, that's all Konner was looking forward to, man.
Distal is all I wake up for, man.
Then why didn't you already do it?
Didn't even get to.
You had a few hours to have done it.
Like I wake up to play it later.
Oh, I got you.
I wake up to think about it.
Just gotta make it through today. Just gotta make it to the new disco, man. Everything will go back to normal.
The final storyline I want to talk about is Ricky Wysocki this past week
We already talked about him, Hunter.
became the all-time earnings leader,
oh,
passing Paul Macbeth. The graphics of the Pro Tour posted he hit 760,715, and that was what made him pass Paul. He is now at 768,000. Paul's in second, though, at 763,000 earnings. So
Yeah.
it's going to still anybody's game. Like, still a back-and-forth dogfight. But
Rick will probably end his career on top, though.
probably.
Maybe. I mean,
Ricky
maybe,
posted when
because
Ricky...
he's younger is why I'm saying that.
when Ricky
really.
responded and like posted about it, he said like, basically the first one, like he's excited to see who's the first to get to 7 figures.
Not him.
Like it will
Well,
be.
if he,
Like he's already made $70,000 this year. So let's say he keeps
Yeah.
that pace
Oh,
and
yeah,
he
that's-
crushes. He gets over 100.
it's true. He definitely
He
can
only
get
needs
there.
to get over 100 for like 2 more seasons.
Yeah, never mind.
2 or
Yeah,
3
he
more seasons.
totally can get there because if he wins like 2 more tour championships,
Yeah,
and
I
if
was
that
saying-
continues to go up like that prize money, yeah,
Because
he can do it.
2023 he won 83 grand. 2022 he won 105 grand.
Because Rick's like what 32. I could say.
Is Ricky that old?
I think
I think he's 29.
maybe he's 30. He might just be 30 on the dot.
31. Okay.
I could see Ricky averaging 70K for the next 5 years, and then he's done it.
Yeah.
That'd be 350K.
Now, the question is, would that be the next one there? How do I get to the all-time earnings list?
Just Google PDGA earnings or something like that.
Burton earnings.
With the PDGA website, that's sometimes what you just got to do.
There's a Facebook post.
Career winnings. There you go. I would like to know.
This is an article from Who Knows When. Paul Macbeth is now the all-time money leader. Photo Alyssa Van Lanen. Paul Macbeth is a 4-time world
Classic.
champ, 2-time U.S. champ. Brings him to $432,000. So that's $300,000 ago.
Sick.
When you search it, that's what comes up.
Well, it was also like what 2016 or 15 when he won his 4th.
Cash. This is what I
2015.
want to do. I need it to be all time though. You can't do all time. How do you get to this? Will Statmando have it for me?
Probably. Rankings.
Can I search rankings?
I'd be curious to know what like how fast, like obviously Paul and Rick played so long when there wasn't as much money. Like how fast will somebody like Gannon do it compared to them? Like, could Gannon hit $1 million in earnings?
That's what I was trying to figure out. Is like how far?
Age like 25.
Okay, well let's just do Gannon Burr is probably like gonna be a close one.
Pablo Gano.
Just searched Gannon and typed his name wrong.
Is that like Paul and Gannon's like no?
So Gannon's at 284,000 right now. So he's got a ways to go. He probably has a solid like 6 or 7 years.
But what was the first year that he played a full tour?
2022 maybe. I mean, so he made 86,000 in 2022.
What was his first year he full toured?
I think 2022.
2022. So he's 3 seasons, and what does he have?
He went 86,000.
So he's at what, 284,000 you said?
But in those 3 seasons, he went 86, 87. He's at $89,000 this year already. He's going to break the earning record this year.
So
pretty easily.
Potentially.
Because he's almost at $90,000 right now.
It's like 10.
Kristen had it like 110 or something like that.
Yeah, Kristen. I think she was like 115, wasn't she?
Something like that. But I'm just saying, Gannon's only $20,000 away right now.
He should get there.
Like if he just wins USDGC or Worlds.
Yeah. So and
finishes solid at the other.
If Gannon plays incredible, maybe it takes him 12 seasons, and so
12 seasons.
Like starting from
2022.
Maybe it takes him like a total of 12 to 13 seasons, depending on. I mean, it
I
just
feel
depends
like,
on what the money
but you
does.
have to think the money should keep going up incrementally.
But even so, like that would put him in his late 20s.
That like 7 to 8 more years. Yeah, so he could do it before Rick, realistically. That
like
could happen.
Age-wise, yeah.
No. I'm saying he could hit it before.
Like catch up to him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he could.
I think Rick, if the money goes up that much, like I think Rick will still be playing well enough during that stretch.
Yes.
Of course it's possible, but I think very low chance of that.
Yeah. But it could happen. Because I wish there was a way to find this.
In that line of thought, it could also happen that I could.
Yeah, I mean Ricky could have a injury next year. How is this not an easy thing to find? PDGA.
I thought it was.
All-time
I'm pretty sure I found
list.
this before.
There's a Facebook post.
Definitely has one because it breaks it down by like throws per earning, like or money per throw.
But you can do that on a player. Like I can go to Statmando player profile.
I found a list before because I've done it for like a trivia thing.
Let's try this. All-time best round.
Hey, look,
the PGA Tour came up.
Even the PGA Tour. Should we just read that one?
This is upsetting.
This is upsetting.
Like this should be an easy stat to find.
Better. Go to Statmando again.
I don't want to.
Do it. And go to rankings at the top up there.
I did that.
Is that the same as it? Yeah.
Official ranking, power ranking, strength rankings.
Can you just go up at the very top? What is it? What does it sort them by up there? There's just power rankings.
Yeah, those are their official rankings. Multi-view, event ranking. I think you can do like your own Q Series, World Standings, Masters Tour Standings, Field Strength.
That's interesting. Wait, what if you go to Stat Zone? Go to Stat Zone. That might help.
Is it in here? Okay, let's search earnings.
Money. Wait, go back.
Cash.
There was
active cash streak.
There was like a career stats thing. Go back. Career major.
An elite stat.
Does it give you money though?
But that's only major and elite. I mean that it'd be basically the same.
It'd be something. Does it give you the cash?
Money as winner.
Okay.
No, but it's money as a winner.
Oh.
That doesn't help.
Interesting.
Because Paul's only won $266,000 as a winner, so he's won $500,000 not winning.
All right, doesn't exist.
How that is so frustrating. How the sport needs to blow up the statistics and overhaul it.
I think you should call a press conference.
Like this should be such an easy thing to find.
I think you should call a press conference. We have like 4 different stat people at this point.
Yeah, I didn't check.
Did PDJ ever do an article?
Yeah, an article, but like this, I have plenty of PDJ articles that have a list in there. But like that doesn't.
Give us the darn list. Wait, if you just go to players, like
that's what I did. I went membership, player statistics, and it just shows this year's cash because you can only do it by year.
Really? I thought I sorted.
Oh wait, maybe any will do it.
Oh, there you go.
Will any do it? No.
What? No, you didn't even. It didn't even. It like look. It like refreshed it or something.
No, it still says any.
Oh, this is like in any season. It's just still taking an individual season, though.
Yeah, because Kristen's in any season. Kristen Tatar, 116,000.
There's an all? There's just any?
There's only an any.
Dang it.
There's an any, not an all.
You hate to see that.
Why is this so... every time I try to find a statistic,
go back one more time.
Me
go
off.
to membership, and don't
I'm
go
here.
to player statistics. Go to player search. No, that just gets you the PDJ number. Doesn't give him any stats, though.
Yeah, what's E and H next to him? Equal Club, Hall of Fame. Dang, dude. Sick.
I learned something pretty interesting. Apparently, some of the early PDGA numbers he handed out to like celebrities that never really played disc golf. He was just trying to get the sport popular.
So who's the celebrities on here?
Scott Stokely posted about it. It was from a movie. I gotta find this now. He just posted it. It was like these two celebrities from a movie that I guess Ed knew. It was
Ryan O'Neal and Tatum O'Neal. They celebs?
Yes.
Really?
How did you pick that out?
They were brothers next to each other?
I think it was a father-daughter situation.
Oh.
So, because Tatum is a girl. Did you know? So, as a starting pitcher, Tatum O'Neal from the Bad News Bears. Is this
they got PG number 50.
I can't tell if that's a girl or not. Oh, yeah, and her father. It is a girl. Her father, Ryan O'Neal, so 50 and 49, became members when Ed Hedrick thought it would be a good promotion to have some celebrities as a part of our organization.
Let's get a disc with their
Should
names
Should we buy PDGA numbers?
You can buy a PDGA number for anyone. Should we buy one for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Yes.
Yes.
But you know what's crazy?
We don't really
join and renew.
We don't really need anything. We can just use whatever.
We join now. Whenever Trevor said that they were like he had got them for celebrities, I almost, as a joke, said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Me and Hunter just were.
Is it illegal?
Why?
If we is this identity theft?
Why? What do you use his ID for?
Nothing.
Because I just type it in,
and we're not stealing it.
Does it already exist? Does Dwayne Johnson has somebody already done this?
You can do it. You can have multiple Dwayne Johnsons.
Yeah, but what's going to make ours special though?
You can put a nickname in.
Is somebody already
you know how you have the Tommy Two Fingers when puts in
I understand, but
fingers?
I want to know if somebody's already done exactly this.
Dwayne Johnson.
Is somebody already Dwayne the Rock Johnson? That's what I want to know.
In PDGA?
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Because, what would make ours special? Nothing.
I'm going to change my name to Con the Rock Kennedy.
Yeah, there's just a Dwayne Johnson in Illinois. But that's definitely just an actual dude.
Expired.
He was a member in 2001. He had one career win.
Should we?
That's just an
dude. Hear me out. Do we make the account and then leak it out into the internet and make everybody think that Dwayne the Rock Johnson actually got a PDGA number?
Well, if we do that, I think we need to go with a more subtle celebrity because Dwayne the Rock's just way too.
I don't know.
He's way too big.
I don't think so.
I think it need to be a more subtle. What's a more under?
There's no way that man can pull through without rounding.
Who's a more? Dwayne the Rock Johnson. People follow his every move. You need someone who could
disc
believe.
Golfers follow his every move though.
Everyone follows his every move.
I sure don't. I don't even follow him on social.
But if Dwayne the Rock Johnson went out and played disc golf ever, all of disc golf would know about it. So we need someone.
We need AI to do the rest.
We need
of the
someone
because
this would quickly people would be like, well, someone just made it up. We need one Bubba Watson had a PDGA number, right? And everyone freaked out over him. He still technically does, but it's not going to be active.
What about Bryson DeChambeau?
That would be a good one. Bubba Watson, Scottsdale, Arizona, member in 2010.
Since 2010?
Well, in 2010. They always put since.
That's what I mean.
I don't know how to spell his name. That's definitely not how you spell it.
That was a good attempt. It definitely ends in not that.
How do you spell this guy's
I
name?
think it ends in an EAU situation.
Bryson. Yeah, EAU. French.
DeChambeau. Has anybody done
just make one for
Bryson
Mr. Beast
DeChambeau yet?
No, dude. Mr. Beast's real name, Jimmy whatever.
Donaldson.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Because then it'd be subtle.
Then it's a little bit. Yeah,
not everybody knows his name.
That is true.
Ah.
But is it too generic of a name to where people are like, it's just another Jimmy Donaldson?
Yeah,
whereas Bryson DeChambeau, there's only one of them.
Bryson, because there is a picture of Bryson playing disc golf at one point.
So we just need to get that picture.
You could take that and make that his profile picture.
Dude, we take that picture, we screenshot the profile, and we throw that on Reddit and just let it burn.
Yeah.
Looks like Bryson might be playing a tournament soon, and then just see what happens.
No, then we sign him up for a tournament.
Oh my gosh.
You're like,
how many people would show up to that event? The TD is freaking out.
That's hilarious. I mean, this is an all-time prank for like $75
Yeah.
or $100.
That is so funny.
We'd put him in MA.
It'd be
man.
funniest if we knew somebody running a tournament like locally. Because then we
know a
could
lot of people that
see
run
it
tournaments
happen.
locally.
We could see the freak
But
out
we just would
happen.
need someone then that's more local. Because like Bryson, it would make the most sense to register for a tournament in the
that's
off season
true.
at his hometown.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So like pick somewhere in like Scottsdale, Arizona, or Jupiter Beach, Florida, somewhere close to there.
He low key lives somewhere weird.
Who's
Like, he's got multiple houses, but
Should just make one for like.
I feel like he lives in like Michigan or something.
Texas.
He
Grapevine,
has a Texas house, but because he went to SMU, but I thought he had another house. Maybe it's just
Yeah,
Texas.
Grapevine, Texas.
Yeah.
That is so.
I think,
that would be so funny to
Tony
sign him.
Finau or someone. No, not Tony Finau. Who's the There's someone who just lives like, I was like, why would a golfer ever live there? He had like hit out of like a heated bay.
Oh, Jason Day lives in
Jason
Ohio.
Day. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
That's where his wife's from.
It's like, why the frick? You got to play golf in the off season to like stay warm, and you're choosing somewhere that's snowy.
He probably doesn't spend a lot of time there.
Spent a lot of money on his freaking practice area.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you?
There you go. Jason Day, we registered for an Ohio tournament. I think we keep it in our back pocket for the PGA Tour off season because I think that's the perfect.
Okay.
Like we
Everybody, forget what you just heard.
Like if you see a Bryson DeChambeau randomly in like
Don't
November,
spoil it.
Bryson DeChambeau in November randomly registers for a tournament in Grapevine, Texas.
I think it's actually up to our listeners
Just let it happen.
to help us gaslight and just like being like, yeah, dude, I actually saw an interview with him the other day. And he talked about it. Like just start throwing in little, nothing crazy, but like little tidbits, something that's vague enough that people aren't going to be able to research it. Like somebody just be like, yeah, he actually had it in the bag on YouTube a while back, but it got deleted. Just like little things like that. We're going to
I think what we actually do now.
And the goal is to get a cease and desist from Bryson himself.
What we actually do now is we go on the offensive and try to get Bryson to actually play a tournament. So then no one thinks he's actually showing up. And he
is like the perfect personality that there's a real world out there where he could end up throwing a disc.
I'm saying, here's a picture of him playing disc golf.
Dang.
Yeah, like
we
he played.
Maybe we should tweet at him like different things that he does, but with disc. Like I'll float him in Epsom salt.
There you go.
And tweet. Should I start tweeting at Bryson DeChambeau every day?
I mean, we just got to get on the YouTube collab.
I mean, he collabs with like pretty low key people.
Yeah, he's never
Like,
done a big collab.
Nobody's
at all.
super big.
Day
No.
235 of asking Silas for follow flight. You do that same thing with Bryson.
By the way, if those people who do the like day whatever of listening,
Yeah.
if you're listening, I know that you cheat because you go on there and on the YouTube Studio app, it sorts it by like when people commented it. So the homie will go in there and comment day 31, day 32, day 33, day 34 within 5 minutes of each other.
Wow,
So
Hunter's
it's, like,
got you
on a bunch of videos, but like if you had actually done it consistently, we might have done it, but it's not consistent anymore.
Shoot, dude.
That's what one of my favorite things to have done was like someone started a TikTok series and they were tagging Foundation and it was like day 21 of tagging Foundation until I get blah
I
blah
remember
blah.
this, yeah.
And then he missed a day.
As soon
I
as
saw
he
him every
missed it.
day and he missed day 22 and I went and commented on day 21. I was like, dang, dude, on day 22 we were gonna do it.
Something you got to know about Hunter. Somebody you got to know about Hunter is he's a rascal and a savage.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite things because I just commented on there. I'm like, that dude just put in 21 days of work. I forget what it was for. And I was like, dang, man, on day 22, we were going to collab with you.
That
we were
is
going to
so
do it.
funny.
22 is our threshold, man.
That's our threshold.
Dude,
Yeah.
speaking
Just cross
speaking
it.
of posts,
Malone?
top 5 for the Ace-a-thon is going to be coming out like probably late this week or early next week.
Yeah, because
it's about to end.
deadline's in 2 days.
If you're looking to submit an Ace-a-thon submission, we've got some great submissions to choose from that everybody will vote on, but it'll end the beginning of August. So
How do you
in a couple
submit?
days. Tag us on social media.
Tag us and Discraft
Us
in
and
your video.
Discraft, yeah.
Speaking of submissions, we're going to do the top 10. We got time. We're also going to do a Silas Selects. Side guy.
Big sigh.
Selections.
Go select.
But we're going to do the top 10. We got time. But before we do that, we're actually going to be, mainly if you live local, if you're a Liberty student or a Lynchburg College student, or you go online somewhere else. And
Randolph.
You need a
Shout out Randolph.
Shout out Randolph.
Shout out Randolph.
You need a marketing
Cougars.
internship. We're actually looking to hire a marketing intern for this fall semester. So if you go to Liberty or Lynchburg College, I think they both use Handshake. That's where like you can officially submit through. But if you don't go to either of those schools, but you live local and want to apply, you can just email your resume and cover letter.
Are you sick at making TikToks?
To hunter@foundationdisc.com.
Do you like fun? Do you want to be the guy who...
You do have to be in Lynchburg.
Do you want to comb Connor's beard daily?
Do you love making grilled cheese sandwiches?
It'll be like 10 hours a week.
Then you might love this job.
So,
internship, not job. Foundation
10.
LLC is not responsible for any injuries. Okay, I was doing
It'll be a paid internship. So the kind of job.
It'll be fun, probably.
We'll probably become best friends.
Nah.
But maybe not.
But
Our
maybe
last intern, we all loved him a lot.
Yeah.
Gosh, I
And then
miss
he
him
left
so
us.
much. I miss
He
him
left
so
us.
much.
He's
also
I actually am
famous.
about to start crying.
He went to Pennsylvania.
Interestingly enough, there's tears in my eyes.
Now he's actually on the Paris Olympic basketball team.
Yeah.
Unless it's a different Steph Curry out there. I don't know.
I thought we were talking about LeBron. That
Oh.
was a different intern.
Top 10 right
If your
now.
name's LeBron, you're an auto hire.
Top 10 right now as it sits. Gannon Burr 1, Ricky Wysocki 2, Anthony Barella 3, Calvin Heimberg 4, Nicholas Antela 5, Matteo 6, Kyle Klein 7, Dickerson 8, Joseph Anderson 9, Gavin Rathbun 10.
How many people do you think continue listening when we do this segment?
A lot, because people get upset.
That is true. They do get upset.
Man. I like Gannon Burr and Ricky 1 2. AB, what the frick's going on with him?
He's just not there.
Is he over there?
No, he wasn't at the festival. Well, he was there for the European Open.
I like that it's called a festival.
It is fun.
Yeah.
I do like that as well.
Yeah, he came in 36th at the European Open.
He kind of poopied.
I'm
He did
kinda,
okay. He did okay at...
I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm kind of liking Kyle Klein. Let's see what he's doing.
likey.
I just know he played good there. He might be doing poo-poo everywhere else.
Well,
He's doing poop.
How recent do we want this thing to start?
probably like the beginning of all the European nonsense.
So like beginning
I mean,
of May?
this is we did this little rodeo last time. It's impossible to compare people because some people just aren't there or haven't been playing. It's a mess. It's a hot mess. Yeah, I went ahead and
Well
I
said,
added that
Trev.
in there.
So
as well.
since May, Kyle Klein, my gut was right, is 4-3 against AB.
But where is most recently, and also AB does have a win recently.
Klein beat him at the European Open.
Lost.
Barella beat him at Krokol.
Beat him there with a win.
Barella beat him at True. But I mean, it's also that stretch.
That is ancient history.
I just hate that stretch. 44th.
It's a power
61st.
rankings. It's not a season rankings.
Kyle Klein just beat him.
I don't care.
Daggone.
But I would
Kyle
strong.
Klein should be higher than 7.
That's fine, but I would strongly disagree. It being
Let's
1
go-
for 3 in the last 3 events and AB as a win,
Let's
I
go
don't
Kyle
think that
Klein versus
makes any
Heimberg.
sense.
Heimberg beats him out. Heimberg, it's just those last 2, really.
Yeah, which, like I said, like if
It's power
it is a
rankings.
power rankings. I have no problem with going really recent, but also how close are they right now to each other? Like, are they right next to each other in the rankings, or are they pretty far
Kyle
apart?
Klein's in 7th.
And so like if they're that
Let's
far
look at Nick
apart,
lost to Heimberg.
you gotta make little jumps before you think about making the big jump.
I just like Kyle Klein.
Yeah, you have been all
People
over
sleep
Kyle
on
Klein
him.
this
People
year.
sleep on
I
him.
don't really. Like, he plays well, and I see it.
Antela got wrecked at the disc golf festival, 31st. Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely wrecked out there. So Antela might have to slip. Let's go Antela versus Matteo.
I don't think
really
Mattio's
fast.
in Europe.
That's a good way to stay where you're at in your
Is
power
he in
rankings.
Europe?
He is. He
He
went
is.
23rd at European Open, 10th at the disc golf festival.
Not a great stretch for Matteo.
No. It's not really a great stretch for many people.
Yeah, it seems like, well, you know why? It's because there's all these Europeans in the field right now, so there's a lot of spacing we don't normally see. Is that Josh Anton just flew up in there?
Yeah, if you type AN.
That was crazy.
Um,
Your boy Kyle Klein's a fraud, bro.
it's just so hard
Very
because,
good.
like, I just don't like someone who just came in 31st, like, holding their spot.
I understand.
So I just don't like that.
I understand.
And if I go Kyle Klein to Matty O,
It's Kyle Klein propaganda.
then he beats him out
Yeah.
in all the European events.
Is he
I think
below
Kyle
him
Klein
right now?
jumps.
Oh,
yeah.
he's just one, but yeah, you could
I
definitely.
think he jumps up to 5th. I think he jumps both Matteo and Niklas.
Okay,
Because Niklas just came in 30-something.
sure.
I think you need to be punished for that.
I think you're a reasonable man.
So I don't know if he quite jumps Calvin. But I
Probably
think Kyle
not.
gets to 5th. I like
Yeah,
that.
That's fine.
Niklas, Matteo are fine. Let's
See,
actually look at
Dickerson's where it gets tricky because he played European Open
Yeah, he came in 5th.
and he did pretty. Yeah, but I don't think he played this one.
No, he
right?
did not.
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
He
But
pieced
let's
out of
go.
there.
He honestly, in my opinion, made the smart decision because like Ledgestone's a plus event.
Yeah.
So you give yourself a
He's
week of
gearing up.
rest. to like come in.
He's gearing up.
Sorry,
man.
that was louder than I thought it was going to be.
That's all right.
Let's actually make sure.
I think it was kind of nice. It was like
Dickerson
a little
was
like
not there.
cafe ambient noise situation, like a little lo-fi.
You know, we could look at some Vino. We could look at Vino Makala.
I like looking at Vino. I think he has really nice hair.
It's so hard to type his name because I don't know how to do the like little things above his name.
Don't you put that down? You put that down
I've been
right
holding
now.
it the whole episode,
You
man.
put it down.
Oh,
I'm
Kyle
just
Klein's
holding it.
absolutely wrecking Vino. So never mind. Vino can stay where he's at.
I can stay.
Okay.
You put that down. You don't do it. You put it down. The moment's not arrived.
I know. Why do you think I haven't hit it, Trevor? You think I don't have...
Joseph Anderson's not.
You get
here
one
either.
shot at the comedic.
Guys,
time.
we're trying to do a top 10 here.
I'm waiting.
I'm
for you to
freaking out. I'm
present-
stressed.
I'm
I
waiting
don't
for
know
you to
who's
present
not
me with
me,
a
it's
Because
question.
I don't have questions. Should Joseph Anderson and Gavin Rathbun still be in the top 10 is the question.
How the heck did Gavin Rathbun get up there?
He played good.
It's been so long.
This is such a hard thing to do. I like the Kyle Klein move.
It was so much easier when everybody was in America.
I feel like Chris Dickerson and Matty O could switch.
Is it warm in here?
Trevor. What are you doing?
Actually,
man?
I just all of a sudden I was kind of
What
like,
are you
a little
doing,
bit
man?
warm. But I didn't do anything.
No, Matty O's probably got to stay. Because Chris smacked him around at the European Open, but then Matty O came 10th here and Chris isn't here.
It's true.
So it's hard to do anything with that.
It is.
Okay, so maybe we just have to leave it. Is there anyone we should sneak into
really
the top 10?
feel like there was a lot of shifting that needed to be done because nothing really shocked me that much except for there was some bad. I feel like a lot of the people that played
Should
bad.
Calvin slip below 4th?
Maybe I would say he's cold right now.
But the only person that could really jump him is Kyle Klein,
Yeah, it's
my homie.
It's a darn shame, isn't it? What does it look like recently? He's beat him
He
two
beat
weeks
him 2 weeks in a row.
You can jump
Let's
him.
jump him.
Yeah.
Let's jump him.
Justice for Kyle. I'd say so.
All right.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
There we go. Let's just leave it here because Gavin Rathbun's not over there. Joseph Anderson played good, but now is not over there anymore. Because we update this after the European Open, I believe.
I think we did, or
I
it
think
was right before it.
Joey Buckets.
No, I think we did.
No, we didn't. Because
Okay.
Joseph Anderson snuck in there and he just came in 70th.
Ah, shoot, we didn't.
So Dickerson was in there because Dickerson's
Paul
just good.
probably has to
Ezra
jump
Robinson
in.
probably needs to get in there.
Wait, no, Paul isn't in.
Okay, so maybe we go Paul 9, Ezra 10.
I say Paul definitely needs to be in.
Let's go Kyle Klein versus Paul Macbeth.
His last 3 weeks, right?
Paul went second, third,
Yeah.
sixth.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he needs to sneak in.
He needs to sneak way up
He's got
here.
3
Paul
top
honestly
sixes.
probably needs to get into 4th.
Oh gosh. Now I'm really stressed out. Might be time for the goat.
Okay, Gavin Rathbun out of there. Yeah, but because Paul's had a great Europe stretch. You got to
Yes.
give that to him. Crocole, European Open,
can't take it
6th,
away
3rd,
from
2nd. Paul might jump AB.
Gosh, we were really sleeping on him.
We haven't updated in a long time. That's why I was trying to
Well,
I was
2
trying to
weeks
figure it
ago.
out.
We did 2 weeks ago, but I think we totally forgot him.
Everything's changed in 2 weeks.
Yeah, because AB didn't play. Paul beat him at the Crocole and then destroyed him at the European Open.
He's trending up. I don't have a problem with Paul being pretty high up there.
Do we jump him over AB though?
I'm fine with that because he is trending up right now, and he's almost won a couple events in a row now.
Okay, Ricky can't jump Gannon.
No.
Yeah. So Gannon, Ricky, Paul, 1, 2, 3. I like that. Okay.
Now we need to check
Is there anyone else? Ezra
versus
versus Joseph Anderson.
This could be our best top 10 yet, honestly. Shaping up really solid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ezra absolutely wrecks his life.
Oh my gosh. Yikes.
How was Joseph Anderson ever in the top 10?
We are
And
so
how is
stupid.
Ezra Robinson in our
We are
top 10?
so stupid.
How did the comments not call us out there?
They probably did.
Yeah, probably did.
And
Should
also,
Ezra Robinson jump Chris Dickerson?
I think Ezra Robinson's going to jump a lot of people.
I think we just didn't update this in a long time.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, he's 0-3. Chris Dickerson smacks him around, so we're fine there. Dickerson can keep above him.
But that's because it's not counting.
We can go
events.
Matty O. Let's go Matty O.
Remember, Dickerson's that trap card.
But Dickerson was at the European Open and came in 5th and beat him.
it's true.
Because Ezra Robinson beats Matty O. Well,
It's at 85th.
that 85th at Des Moines is, I think, what was holding him back. Do we go Ezra versus Isaac Robinson? See who's a better brother really fast?
Isaac's been playing pretty well too recently.
Isaac's 4-2 against him.
Yeah.
Because he beat him at the European
That's
Open.
a
He beat him at Des Moines.
That's a decent resume.
I think we got to flip. I think we got to put Isaac in here over Ezra.
Okay. Now it feels good.
Okay. We like all this?
Yeah, that's good.
Do we go? Let's go Niklas
Oh, gosh.
Antela to Isaac really fast. We got to make sure we get this right. Isaac beats him. Yeah,
Thank
I had that
goodness.
feeling.
Thank
No,
goodness.
that's not good for us.
Thank goodness. Oh, wait, that's bad.
Okay, but it's not that.
It's
It
pretty
doesn't, no,
close.
I'd actually give it to Antela because he went 8.76. Isaac went 4th, 20th, 40th. I think 8.76 feels more consistent. Sorry, 4th, 24th.
Yeah.
I think that feels more consistent. I like that. Okay.
Whatever you guys say.
I like this. Gannon 1, Ricky 2, Paul 3, AB 4, Kyle Klein 5, Calvin 6, Nicholas 7, Matteo 8, Dickerson 9, Isaac Robinson 10.
Powerful.
That feels good.
That feels very powerful.
FPO.
Good job, boys. Oh.
Kristen
You thought
just
this
won a
was
major.
over?
I think we got to keep Kristen 1.
Probably Kristen 1.
Missy probably needs to jump back into 2.
Missy 2. I still like Silva 3 because she's still been pretty good.
Well, did Silva just play this event? That's an important.
That is important. Actually,
Because she came in 2nd here.
I don't know.
Did Silva play?
Surely, right?
She did. Came in 10th. That hurts. That hurts her. Hurts her a lot. Own wasn't there, so you can't really do much with Own,
So
unfortunately.
maybe Evelina finishes above Silva, I guess.
Why isn't this a numbered list? Why do I have to actually edit this?
You broke it.
Okay, so do we think Own? I don't really. What do we think? What are we thinking?
I think you should go Kristen, Missy, Evelina, Silva, Own.
You think Own should be 5th?
Yup.
That feels right to you?
Yup.
Yup, he says.
Yup.
Dust is not going to like that in the comment section.
Well, she hasn't been playing.
Well, it's mainly because he wants Holland Hanley up in here.
That is true. They were pretty frustrated about the Han Hanley situation.
It wasn't they. It was just Dust.
Did it have likes, though?
I don't know. Maybe. I didn't really pay attention. Here's the thing. If you like, it's
did.
hard
Wrecked
for.
Dust.
You get ragged.
Hunter wasn't even paying attention, dude.
I feel like it definitely had some traction.
Let's look at Holland Handley.
Because it popped onto my
This is
radar.
another. You know what? This is another thing I can't stand about the PDGA. When you search a player's name, I'm only looking for the player. No one's searching a player's name to find the world ranking update from July 10th, of 2024.
I agree it's stupid, but there is a player search.
Where?
You go to membership and you go to player search.
But then you have to but there's a search bar right here. Like, just make it where it's sorted, where the players are the first one
I
to come
agree.
up.
Most people that use that search bar are using it for either
like, now
a
I gotta
tournament
go-
or a player.
I got to go 2 different.
We're not looking for
routes.
an article. I'll
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
that for
saying.
free.
You're not searching that to find an article. Gosh. Okay.
He's
Holland
fired up.
Hanley just didn't go to Europe. That's the whole problem.
Yeah, so sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, Holland.
Next time, don't forget
Next
your
time,
passport.
play disc
That's
golf.
not nice.
There we go.
It's not
I
a
feel like
problem
just a
with
few minutes ago
Holland.
you said that not going to an event is a great way to hold on to your spot.
Well, she didn't have a spot.
Yeah, she
she
wasn't in
can't
the
hold
top
on to
5.
it.
She is holding on to her spot.
Have fun holding
Okay,
on to
yeah, yeah.
She's
7.
grasping onto 6.
Consistency.
Yeah, she is holding on to her spot. It's just you can't move up by not going.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Why-
Owen Scoggins is
we have the
slipping because
most-
she didn't go.
That's why I have the most perfect rankings.
Yeah, Kristen 1, Missy 2, Evelyn 3, Silva 4, Owen 5.
We should title this episode that Perfect
Zone OS.
Rankings.
Silas Select Time.
Zone
Zone
OS
OS.
just fired it like that?
He did
Zone
fire it
OS.
right off.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I love that pick. I love that pick.
Thank you, Trevor. I love you too.
I want a Wraith.
Oh my gosh.
But what do you pick?
Wraith.
I think I say that every week.
Yes.
I'm sick of it.
I would
so sick of
like
myself.
the
Silas isn't even here if I got it right.
pure,
Pure.
Real original,
because
Trevor.
it was the disc we guessed.
Zombie.
Zombie.
Dang, I was so close.
Great disc.
In
by the
your
way.
head.
We're never going to get this.
Super underrated.
We're never
I disagree. I think we will, and I think it'll be electric.
I just want to get it so bad.
What happens first? Somebody buys a drink from the drink cooler in the store, or we guess the disc?
Someone definitely buys a drink from the drink cooler in the store first.
What is going on over there?
My headphones ate my sunglasses.
Oh
They're
my gosh.
sunglasses.
Well,
If the sun's blue light.
as I said, blue light is the sun.
The
then
end of a Grip Locked episode is getting so similar to the end of a mailbag episode.
You should join the mailbag.
You should join the mailbag if you enjoy it. That was Connor's button. He's been
wasted
waiting,
it on
He's been
that?
waiting all day to push
You
it.
wasted it on that. Everybody's already clicked off the episode.
They're
Yeah,
already
that's
gone.
fine. That's why I clicked it, because I knew it wasn't a good timing, but I had to click it. So I knew it only affected a few.
I understand. We'll talk to you next week.